Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me for the November 2016 Tarot Scope with Animal Totem. For the tarot reading, we're going to be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own creation, and then we're going to follow it up with one card pulled from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which are also my own creation. As always, I have my book Tarot in the Modern World and my adult coloring books, but the big news this month is that the calendars are out. I've got the Tapestry of Life Mandalas, which has such really cool art in it. And then I've got the Rock and Roll Prophetess one that has the monthly cool art stuff in it too. I did another video, a real quick one that you can see everything. And then I have a coloring book also of the rock and roll thing. The thing that's cool about these calendars is they do have some astrology in them. But it's not astrology where you have to know how to read an ephemeris at all. It's got the basic astrology stuff that everybody wants to know, including the Mercury retrogrades. The Mercury retrogrades are going to be put in darker color, in gray. And it's got the new moon, the full moon, the quarter moon, which sign it falls in. It tells you every month when the sun changes sign. Sun enters Taurus here. So these are some astrology things that everybody, you don't have to be an astrologer to understand, and a lot of people want to know, and they maybe don't understand how to really read an ephemeris. And you know, it could take years to learn how to work all that stuff out. So this is an astrology calendar for everybody. In addition, it has all the holidays, including some pagan holidays. So there's lots of cool stuff in this, and this is a calendar that I'm gonna definitely use myself, and I just thought it would be a cool calendar that everyone would like to have. Additionally, I've got 2 more sets of lots out. I've had the Lots of Love, and I have also came out with the Lots of Answers and the Lots of Proverbs. Lots of Answers is sort of like a magic 8-ball. You would say yes or no, but there's 40 different possible answers. And then the Lots of Proverbs, you could get answers to your questions, but it also could be used for inspiration. And it has 40 different proverbs in them. So you can find all that stuff on my website by the eye in the sky or by checking below. I'm sorry to say that I was not able to get the Lots of Love card readings done this month. And after everything just exploded and went crazy last month, I just, well, first of all, it's too confusing to have them on YouTube with the regular readings. So many people thought that I had changed my regular readings to pay readings, which I had not. So I am going to find another provider, possibly Vimeo, but I'm checking into some other things, and it may not be even till the first of the year till I come back to it. But I am coming back to it. I'm definitely going to come back to it. Because one of the things that's going to be starting up soon in December and in November is going to be the year ahead readings. So I was busy with the calendars. I'm going to be busy with the year ahead readings. But it will be back, but just not in this on YouTube, because it was just too much work on my part and it was too confusing for everybody. So anyways, now if you know how to do my readings work, you can go ahead and skip forward. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you a few things about how the readings work so you can get the most out of these readings. Have a great November, and I'll talk to you soon. First of all, I want you to take time to gaze upon each card. There are messages in the image and text. Pause the video if you have to, because the words will shift and change to reveal a message that is just for you. This is Empowerment Tarot. I'm not here to tell you how to lead your life, and no one should. Trust your own intuition and allow your guides and angels to speak directly to you. If this reading does not resonate with you, be sure to check your rising and moon sign for further insights and illuminations. Finally, as to the court cards, which represent the people in the spread. Because this is a general reading for so many people, the court cards will not be gender specific. So even though I may refer to a queen as a female, as she is represented on the card, it really could be anybody in these general readings. So now, without further ado, hi there, Pisces. Thanks for joining me for the November readings. Let's get right into it. Oh, I need my thing here. I need the thingy. Okay. Yeah, my hands are a little sore this month, so we're going to go with the thingy. What's going on for Pisces in November of 2016? Oh. Okay. Pisces, November 2016. Pisces, November 2016. Pisces, November 2016. Oh, I got a couple of them. Pisces in November 2000. Well, one of the things, I think that's this month. Let me get the cards out. I forgot to write that. I forgot to note that. One more card for Pisces. Okay. Well, astrology-wise, there is kind of a big event that is happening in your sign of Pisces, and it's with your ruling planet, which is Neptune. Neptune is going direct, and it has been retrograde for some time now. You know, I'm not even sure how long. It's been retrograde for months. I'm not going to look it up. But it's kind of a big thing. So if you've been feeling stalled, delayed, like you can't really get things moving or get things moving forward, well, it's because your ruling planet has been in retrograde for a while now. So with Neptune going direct, that's really going to start moving things forward for you, and things are going to really start happening. You know, the central card here is the Knight of Rods. Now, the Knight of Rods could be a fire sign person, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but we are going to be moving into Sagittarius on the 21st, and we are also having a full moon, or a new moon, excuse me, a new moon in Sagittarius on the 29th. So this stuff may be showing us that some of this stuff maybe really start kicking in towards the end of the month. I probably should at least tell you when Neptune goes direct, right? Yeah, Neptune goes direct on the 20th. So that's all right now, the 20th, and then the sun goes into Sag, and then we have, so it seems like more towards the later in the month, things are going to really start moving, but it's nothing bad. I mean, you have a fabulous reading here, Pisces, really. This could also be a fire sign person, just like I said, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. So it could even be just somebody who's part of the whole thing. You know what strikes me, just to take a step back and just kind of look at this reading for a second, what really strikes me is the angels. Look at, you got the Temperance, I was going to say Hierophant, but it's actually a Temperance card with the angel. And then you've got the Judgment card with the angel. And isn't it interesting that they're both on either side of this Knight of Pentacles? Knight of Rods. So I find that very interesting. I feel like this person or this situation is heaven sent, just plain and simple. That your angels, spirits, and guides, your higher forces, have helped to bring this forward. I'm going to start more up here, go to this top row, because the very first card out you had was the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a card of being very successful in business, being very comfortable, your finances are in order, things are, you're abundant, you're safe, you feel you're taken care of, you're doing well. And what's funny, she looks at the bird as always, but she looks over here at this Hierophant is in reverse. Now, Hierophant in reverse is a card of something a little unusual. Because, of course, upright, it means conventional and everything like that. That's the top word I used, was conventional. So it's unconventional. When it's in reverse, it's unconventional. It's unusual. It's unconventional. So there's something that is going to affect your finances. It could affect your finances in a very positive way, but it's also unconventional. Now, it could be unconventional by society standards, or it just may be a little unconventional for you. So, for instance, maybe you've always worked in a certain field. You've always worked in accounting or something. You've always been in this field, and then this could be a complete turnabout for you, like something completely different that's way off, way off the left field from what you usually do. Don't let that scare you. If something like that comes up for you this month, do not let that scare you, especially with Neptune going direct, because I feel it's going to be really good. This person may be ushering that in. This person may be presenting that to you. Another thing about the Knight of Pentacles, often it is a card of independence. It is a card of financial independence, but often it means working independently. So it could mean your own business, but it could also mean like something that you would do. You might not even call it a quote-unquote a business. You might call it just something that you're kind of doing on the side, or you do for fun. Whatever the case, the moon being here, it could be paying attention to those moon things this month. And if you had my calendar next year, you would know exactly when that is. But again, the time frames are, the full moon is on the 14th at Taurus, and then the new moon is on the 29th in Sagittarius. So it could have to do with these moon phases, those dates I just gave you. But additionally, the moon is a card of the feminine, the intuition, going within, listening to your dreams, paying attention to your dreams, following your inner wisdom, following your gut instinct. So all of these kind of things are going to be very important also in the month of November. And again, Pisces, you're so intuitive anyway, and then with the Neptune energy going forward, it's going to be awesome. Whatever the case, whether it's talking about this person or this time frame, there are definitely angelic forces at work here for you. There are definitely higher forces at work, angelic forces. And these are major arcana cards, higher forces. And you have 4 major arcana cards. So that's a good amount of major arcana cards, whether they're angelic or not. First, let's look at temperance. Temperance is about having things in balance, but it's also about successful combinations. So if this is something unusual that you're going to try to do or break out of the box, it could work. The temperance card said it's the right combination. It may be the right combination with this person. You know, you do have more enjoyment and love kind of cards down here. This could be a relationship for some of you. And maybe the unusual part, maybe this person is unusual. Maybe this person is not your usual type. Because they're a knight, maybe they're younger than you. And maybe that's, you know, a lot of times for women are uncomfortable with that. But whatever the case may be, there's something unusual about it, but it's not anything to be back away from in any way. It's a successful combination that's going to be in balance and in harmony. Now, judgment is over here on the other side of this too. Judgment isn't about passing judgment at all. Judgment is about a cycle of completion. It's about you've gone through the phases, you've learned your lessons, and that's true with you being a Pisces, period. Because all Pisces, Pisces rising, Pisces moon, you guys are all advanced souls. You've all been through the incarnation wheel, and you are in your whole life here is a finishing up incarnation when you have a lot of Pisces in your chart or whatever. You're an old soul. You've been through a lot. You've paid a lot of dues, not only spanning during this lifetime, but other lifetimes as well. You've got that. See, the reason I think that this might be a love for some of you guys is because the Ace of Cups is lying right up at this guy, and it's in the upright position, and it's pointing right at them. Give me 1 second here. I just have to take a quick drink of water. Excuse me, Pisces. Sorry about that. So that's very favorable. The Ace of Cups pointing at whatever the Ace of Cups in the spread or what it's pointing at is very positive. New beginning in love is the most common, thing that it means. But it's a new beginning of creativity, fun, and it would make sense, finishing of a cycle, beginning of a cycle, This is heavy and karmic, and the Ace of Cups is light and fun. And it shows up right next to that Three of Cups. So Three of Cups says you better be getting out there and socializing. Be sociable. I know you guys like to sometimes hide away, but Neptune's moved forward now. It's time for you to start moving forward. There are holidays, especially in the United States. We have Thanksgiving, and then the holidays are underway. So it's time to attend these functions. It's a time to be social. If you're single and looking, you could totally meet somebody. And they'd be very charming, just came out to me. Or charm. For some of you, I want to say third time's the charm, because we got the Three of Cups and then the charm here. Third time's the charm. So, whatever it might be, maybe it's the third time guy you've dated since your divorce, or maybe it's the third business venture that you've tried, or the third time you've tried to launch this creative project. I'm really feeling strong about the third time's the charm. You've got to be congenial. You've got to be social. This is going to be a big part of it. And don't think of it as a chore, like, oh God, I gotta get dressed, I gotta put on makeup and go, oh jeez, You don't want to think about it like that. You want to think about it like, oh boy, I'm gonna get excited about it. Because this shouldn't be a drudgery. It's not a drudgery, and it should not be a drudgery. It's going to be something fun and good for you. Speaking of the threes, you've got the other three here too, and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles really is a card of something you've been really working on. You've been working at it, you've been tooling, you've been, fine-tuning it, you've been working it together. Some of you, it's school. Some of you may be going to school, too, and this may be like a new group of people that you meet through your school or something like that. But for most of you, I feel this is you're building some kind of business. You're building some kind of business. It's fun and exciting. There's creativity involved, and by the way, as I always tell everyone, the creativity doesn't have to be just the arts. you know, creative. How are we going to market this thing? How inventions are creative. There's many facets to creativity. It's not always just, it's not limited to just being artistic, although it could be, you know. So what's interesting here, you got 3, 3, and 9. I thought that was kind of interesting. Then 3 times 3 is 9. So there's these 3s and 9s, numeric things going on here. And 3s are always kind of foundations, you know, I believe. And, you know, 9 is sort of the pinnacle. So you've reached the pinnacle, I think that's true, and it's time to kind of like debut or come out or show what you've got or implement it. This is the thing, Neptune going forward is a big thing for you guys. So, alright, let's take a look at what your animal totem's going to be here for. I was going to say Scorpio. So that's interesting. So maybe something Scorpio is going to be important for some of you, but I know that we're reading for Pisces. So what is your animal totem card going to be for Pisces for November 2016? The deer. Deer is all about being gentle and stuff. Okay. Here's what I initially wrote. Gentle, peaceful, sensitive soul. Loving persuasion realizes desires. Pay attention to your surroundings, ready to act in an instant. Quiet introspect gives the answers you seek. Yeah, and that could be right here back to this beginning part about the quiet introspect is this moon energy of the dreams and the intuition and going within. Loving persuasion realizes desires. That's what I was feeling about this with these Ace of Cups and this 3 of Cups. You don't want to be all work and no play. You know, I know you've got some, seems like many of you have some good idea and you're really excited about launching it, but this 3 of Cups is in a real prominent position. It's next to the Ace of Cups, it's next to the Temperance card, and so you've got to balance work with play and gentle persuasion, loving persuasion. So you catch more flies with honey kind of a thing too. Don't be all about, well, business, 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 and, you know, blah, 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 da, 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 da. No, let's have a little fun. Let's, you know, have a little levity, have a little fun, be a little lighthearted, and that's going to go a long way in getting you what you're really wanting. Okay? Hey, Pisces. Thank you guys all for everything you do to support my channel, including liking, sharing, commenting. I read all the comments. I don't respond to all of them, but I do read them, and I do love hearing your take on stuff. Don't forget to check the Eye in the Sky, my website. I've got all this new stuff, the new lots, the new calendars. There's some readings, the smoke readings or candle readings. And don't forget to hit subscribe. I don't bombard you. I promise I won't bombard you constantly. And I have a Facebook page below, too, if you like the animal totems. I have a daily one on my website, which you can access from above or below. And I have a weekly one that I post just for Facebook, okay? Hey everyone, thank you so much for everything you do to support the channel. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of November, and I'll speak to you soon.